then we have a case of cross-border collaboration, developing a new generation condition monitoring solution. And for that, we have Mr. Richard Haagensen, who is Ecosystem and Partners Program Manager from Schäffler. And Schäffler is a huge German corporation with some 14 billion euros of sales in 2019, with some 83,000 employees. And Schäffler Uptime is an efficient and easy to use low-cost solution designed specifically for the comprehensive condition monitoring of all indirectly process-critical assets. And it has been developed with Finland-based partner network. Richard, please. Yeah, you are probably unmuted. Please unmute yourself.
There we go. Buongiorno. Spero tutto bene. So, Richard Haagensen, working for Schäffler, a German company. As Janne said, I'm happy to be here sharing a few ideas about digitalization and what we have been doing in Schäffler and with whom we have been doing it out of Finland. We started as Schäffler is a company that has been producing bearings and parts of machines for more than 70 years. We ourselves have a global organization. We have more than 70 manufacturing facilities ourselves, and we produce and deliver parts and solutions to customers around the world. From an industry sector solution point of view, I would say 1.5 years ago, we wanted to bring everything that we know about in Schäffler about how to run a machine and how to optimize that to our customers. So we were thinking about how to take our know-how, our core competence, and add value to customers. The outcome was Schäffler Uptime, which is a new area, a new condition monitoring digital solution that we developed with a lot of Finnish partners. The way that we did it, basically, we started with Business Finland to identify different kind of a potential technology partner. So Business Finland is the go-to place when you're talking about Finland, to see that what parts that you could benefit from in an ecosystem to build this kind of digital solutions. Before I present our solution, I can just say one thing. There is absolutely no reason not to be able to develop a digital solution nowadays. All the technologies are mature. There are a lot of companies who can supply you with different kind of technologies for different things. The question is just that how can you put them together, and you as a lead company that would like to bring some value to the market, you are the one that needs to pull this together and drive this forward and so on. And would not make sense to invest in all of this competence by yourself, but it's out there, and in Finland has a great opportunity also, and a very pragmatic approach of how to work jointly with you to do this. So imagine if you would run a paper mill or a cement mill or a manufacturing capacity, and you are thinking about how much would I actually need to, or how much should I invest in order to maintain and try to keep the factory up and reducing the downtime in my factory, because downtime I'm losing money. This question it is very difficult to answer that what would make sense to invest and how much. But the fact is today that it is too expensive to change processes, too expensive to invest in online monitoring for machines. So the way that we did it in Schäffler was basically, on one hand, we looked for technologies to how to make this more cost efficient, how to make this more easy, and how to make this more intelligent, and how we could integrate our know-how into this solution as a digital service. But actually what we started before this was that we started, and in Finland you have a lot of industries working, and they are very keen as a potential customer to be your lead customer. So very keen, very important is that we got access, and we could talk to pilot customers here in Finland, in the pulp and paper industry, in cement industry. We work with sawmills, and we work with a lot of other industries, actually to understand what are the challenges of these customers. And out of this, we defined uptime, and basically the main challenge that our customers have is that typically 5-6% of all the machines in the factory, and even in small factory have thousands of machines, are monitored by online solutions. So you monitor vibrations, you monitor temperature, in order to try to understand when these machines are starting to fail, in order to catch these before they actually fail. This is very expensive because you have to install sensors, you have to install cables, you have to put power and all this kind of things. So it's very expensive, and therefore the penetration is at the most 5-6%. On top of this, then you need, of course, competence. You need to be able to analyze the data and understand, are there some critical changes going on? Try to evaluate for how long the machine will run before a bearing will break, before something really fails, and when to lubricate them, and so on and so forth. Our customers are then typically trying to cope with this in a way that not to monitor all the machines online, but then to additionally do manual monitoring with handheld devices. Critical machines maybe you do once a week, other ones maybe once a month, and in some industries like a sawmill you don't do this at all. You just run the machines until they break, because you don't have any knowledge actually to how to predict this and analyze this. In very, very advanced industries you might have up to 40-50% at the most that you have some kind of a data collected, but not very often. So we would like to give transparency. This is the first thing, and the way that we do it with Schäffler Uptime is that a sensor, communication gateway, cloud solution, mobile application, and a dashboard, that the machine you can actually, it is so cheap, so cost efficient, that you have devices and you have a digital service to provide you with this data every day, several times per day, that you have that in your pocket. And this way, and this will only cost you a few cents overall per day to do this, compared to do a full installation and with wires and everything that will cost you hundreds of euros just to do that. So with this one we can really scale up and digitalize the whole factory. This is our target. So once you get the data, then the biggest challenge is then that, okay, now I can have a chance at least to see where the potential errors and where the potential failures on machines are, and try to do something about it. But then I still need the people to analyze the data and trying to understand what should I do about it. And that's where Schäffler came in. So we wanted to automate this, that you install a sensor, very easy, very cost efficient. Then the data is sent to our cloud. We provide our analytics in order to set alarm limits in order to follow trends, calculate key performance indicators, and use machine learning to give an indication when these problems start to occur before they become very major, so you have a chance to actually react on them. And we will give you a recommendation when to react. Is it something you need to follow? Is it something you need to take into your next maintenance plan, your yearly break, or is something you have to do something right now? So this is really what we are doing. This solution, which is now Uptime, it's Industry 4.0 Innovation Award winner. In Germany, we got this award just recently. This one we have developed together with a range of Finnish companies. We worked with Salcomp to develop and manufacture the sensor. We worked with Trion about using their gateway platform. And then with Wirepass, as we have heard today, the state-of-the-art wireless battery-operated wireless mesh technology to integrate from the gateway and the sensors, and then with WebEyes to provide us with a digitalization platform in the cloud, basically a cloud platform on top of which we developed our application and integrated our know-how. So with these partners, we worked out a full solution. We took the decision to say that we don't invest in this competence by ourselves, but we work with our customers. We define the solution, we define the services. We work very closely with our partners, and this is something you have to do. It is a joint development, and putting all the partners together. We used more than 10 different kind of companies in Finland. So whenever there was a need for antenna design, whenever there was a need for testing speciality or battery expertise, whatever there was a need for, we brought these people together. More than 10 companies we have involved, including our own teams, more than 100 people in this program. We run that within 12 months from ID to ready solution, 1st of July 2020, we brought this to the market. So this is really what you can gain also, time to market and a quality product with this partner network. So basically what it is all about, the slides are not changing. What it is all about is an easy sensor, totally wireless, battery operated, that you can just install on a machine. You don't have to think about actually how it is installed. You just focus on which machines, where to install it. So you just plug it in there, and the wireless technology from Wirepass really enables this together with the sensor we manufactured with Salcomp. Once you have installed it, you play with the data. You have it always in your pocket, in your mobile phone. That is the tool that you use to install the sensor also. You just tap the sensor with your mobile phone. It wakes it up over NFC, and then you connect that to the cloud by selecting which machine it should provide data for, and it automatically sets it up. So then you have the data in your pocket on your PC 24/7, 365. Then when it comes to the prediction part, you can, if you have the competence and the people, you can analyze the data, of course, yourself and make use of it, but we will scale that up and even make you that you don't really need to spend so much time on analysis at all by providing the Schäffler know-how through the cloud in terms of analysis and prediction through the software. Really the key differentiator here is, I would say, the whole solution, and that you have all of these in your pocket in the mobile phone for a very cost efficient price, a few cents per day. This is really what it costs you. So I can tell you and I can highly recommend you to come to Finland through Business Finland and through also myself and other companies who have done this. Find these technology companies, but also find these customers of yours that is willing to test this out. And you can actually, and I would highly recommend taking the partner ecosystem, taking the customer types that you have that are very willing in the Nordic countries, especially Finland, to work with you to define a new solution and do that jointly. And you can do that very quickly in this environment.
Okay, thank you, Richard. A very interesting presentation. And now we have time for some questions. From the audience, there has been 2 questions. Firstly, how do I find potential partners in certain areas in Finland, and is there like a database available for such need? And it has in fact already been answered. You should look for Finnish suppliers database in Business Finland web pages. The link is provided in chat. And then also there is the Invest in Finland and other Business Finland websites, and we are definitely willing to help you. Thanks to Mariana Karjalainen for answering that in the chat. And then we have a question of does Business Finland have any specific programs targeting innovative startups who want to connect with potential partners in Finland? And yes, Business Finland does have programs to bring startups, technology companies together with bigger corporations to develop something new. And we warmly invite you to Finland. Definitely we are willing to tell you more about that. So please do contact us on this type of collaboration. And then for Richard, like a question, I think the partner ecosystem was highlighted in your presentation. So how do you describe the value that the partners knew each other even beforehand? And was that the case, and how did they collaborate from your point of view? Please, Richard.
Yes, as I would say, yes. This is one of the good thing about this 25 years of you could say, like Antti Aume mentioned about the Nokia time. So of course, these 300 companies that came out of this, and of course a lot of other companies around in a small company, all these companies more or less know each other. And of course Business Finland is there, and they helped us very much then to kind of filter out and recommend companies that they know would be good to look at. Right? So they do know each other. And as Jani also pointed out, there are several companies we have talked to that are saying then that, yes, we can provide you this, but not that, right? So they are very open and honest also to say, okay, am I a good fit from their point of view, or if then please go and talk with this company, and they will introduce you to other companies. So this was really the benefit of getting up and running very quickly and developing this solution. We tapped into the Wirepass ecosystem because that's all around wireless communication, and big companies who have worked with them before, that helped very much. And then through those people, we could get other recommendations to hook it up. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It requires you as the lead company to take care of the customers, managing this ecosystem, being on top of this, and being very, very tightly developing together with these companies. So the way that we did it was that we set up an IoT solution center in Jyväskylä, in the central of Finland, very located. We invested to have our people then working with the customer, defining the solution, and then also to test the solution, right? So defining, specifying, and testing it, and working together with the partners. So we set up a solution center. Nowadays we are like within 1 year we are 17 people there just working around this solution, and then we are working on the next steps and other solutions. But the partners will help you with this, and of course if we would have then companies like Schäffler to ask for, that would be even better, right? So if you have any ideas and interest to come to Finland and see how it can be done, then of course I'm more than happy to be reference and have a discussion and give my inputs on that subject also.
Thank you very much, Richard.